Welcome back to another episode of Art World Confessions. When you think about art, perhaps you think about paintings on the wall or sculpture. I'm not sure what you think of, but in general, when we talk about art in the art world, that's what we mean. But art has such a wider meaning in terms of life in general, from everything like dance, sculpture, painting, writing, music. I mean, there's art in all forms and fashions. And the number one place I've seen this is on my trip to Bali, where almost every aspect of life coming out of a deep spiritual connection to the earth and some deep reverence. I mean, everything is somehow related to reverence for the gods, for the ancestors, and this then translates into a very artistic culture, an artistic lifestyle. So when I was there a while back, I had just read Eat, Pray, Love. I can't remember who wrote that, but it was made into a huge movie, and I saw the movie after I had been to Bali. But in it, the author talks about meeting an artist and a fortune teller named Ketut Liyer. So I made it part of my journey to go and find this gentleman in Ubud and to meet him and to have my fortune told as well by him. And this for me was the culmination of the trip, which had been a very beautiful trip. Again, seeing so much dance, seeing temples, seeing beaches, seeing music, just the way the women dressed in ceremonial outfits, the breakfasts where we would make offerings of food. It was just, like I said, the culmination. And Mr. Liyer, I had a driver at that time, a Balinese driver. We went all looking for this guy all through Ubud. And it's small enough that people actually knew who he was and they knew how to find him. But it took a couple stops at hotels. It took a couple stops along the way inquiring until we actually found him in the village. And he introduced me to his son, who's also an artist, and they teach in the school and they teach art. And we bought some art from him and from his son. And well, he said many things in the fortune telling. He speaks English, which was very helpful. And I won't go into what he said about the fortune telling, but for the most part, he was accurate. And I mean, perhaps he tells the same thing to everyone who visits him, but it really was at that time a very, very, very important meeting. And it brings me back to the idea. At that time, I did meet someone as well who worked in Indonesia in one of the auction houses, and she was quite interesting as well. I haven't really kept in touch with her, but in terms of art itself, I really had not been part of a culture where art was all pervasive, and art in the sense of not necessarily coming out of the market, the auction houses, the galleries, the whatever, but again, just part of the entire lifestyle, from a little boy growing up to a big old gentleman who was greeting these foreigners in such a creative and happy, joyous and artistic way. So that's my episode today of Art World Confessions. If you ever have a chance to visit Bali, and I did speak about visiting Ashley Bickerton in Bali a while back, and on that episode I mostly focused on the studio visit I had with him. So if you haven't seen that episode, please go back and look at it, because in that I go into my whole spiel about this whole fiasco of the last couple of years and how many people were lost for whatever reason or another. And the whole surfing culture as well, that in Bali comes out from a very deep spiritual connection to Mother Earth, to the water, and the whole philosophy behind that as well. Anyways, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you know when I upload another episode. Comment down below, let me know what you think about this series. Let me know what you think about forthcoming episodes, if you have any ideas of things I could cover. These are my personal confessions, but perhaps if there's something you have in mind, I can address that as well. In the next few episodes, I will do a few more confessions, and then I'm not sure how many more I'll do for this series, but I might be moving on to something new, and I'll let you know that in upcoming episodes. Have a great week, and thank you for being here for another episode of Art World Confessions.